UEFA and FIFA contravened EU law by preventing the formation of a Super League, the European Court of Justice said on Thursday, in a landmark ruling that could change the way soccer is run. Real Madrid president Florentino Perez said the ruling marked a before and after for football. The present and future of European football are finally in the hands of the clubs, the players and their fans, Perez said in a pre-recorded video statement.
Desde el Real Madrid acogemos con enorme satisfacción la decisión que ha adoptado el Tribunal de Justicia de la Unión Europea, que es el encargado de garantizar nuestros principios, valores y libertades. En los próximos días estudiaremos con detenimiento el alcance de esta resolución, pero sí les anticipo dos conclusiones de gran trascendencia histórica. En primer lugar, que el fútbol europeo de clubes no es ni será nunca más un monopolio. Y en segundo lugar, que desde hoy los clubes serán los dueños de su destino. Los clubes vemos plenamente reconocido nuestro derecho a proponer e impulsar las competiciones europeas que modernicen nuestro deporte y atraigan a los aficionados de todo el mundo. En definitiva, hoy ha vuelto a triunfar la Europa de las libertades y hoy también han triunfado el fútbol y sus aficionados. Seguiremos defendiendo un proyecto moderno, plenamente compatible con las competiciones nacionales, abierto a todos, basado en el mérito deportivo y que impondrá de forma efectiva el respeto al fair play financiero. Un proyecto que traerá sostenibilidad económica para todos los clubes y que, por encima de todo, protegerá a los jugadores y entusiasmará a los aficionados de todo el mundo. Lo haremos pese a las campañas que hemos sufrido y que sin duda se intensificarán desde el día de hoy, pero nadie dijo que poner fin a un monopolio después de tantas décadas fuera sencillo. Estamos ante la gran oportunidad de mejorar el fútbol europeo de clubes, un fútbol a la altura del siglo XXI, con una gobernanza transparente, que sepa convivir con las nuevas tecnologías y que vuelva a provocar la pasión y la emoción que realmente necesitan los aficionados. Permítanme que diga a los clubes europeos que estamos ante el comienzo de un nuevo tiempo, en el que podemos trabajar en libertad, desde el diálogo constructivo, sin amenazas, sin actuar contra nada ni contra nadie, y con el objetivo de innovar y modernizar el fútbol para seguir alimentando la pasión de los aficionados. Desde hoy, el presente y el futuro del fútbol europeo está por fin en manos de los clubes, de los jugadores y de sus aficionados. Nuestro destino nos pertenece y tenemos ante nosotros una gran responsabilidad. Este día marcará un antes y un después. Es un gran día para la historia del fútbol y para la historia del deporte.
Barcelona said they were satisfied with the ruling and that the creation of the Super League would allow football to address issues of fixture overload, putting local and international players and supporters at the center. The medium-term sustainability of European football entails the need to create a concept along the lines of the Super League, the club said in a statement.
Hacía falta que quedara aclarada la cuestión jurídica de si el actual monopolio de UEFA resulta o no compatible con el derecho europeo. Hoy, la resolución del Tribunal de Justicia de la Unión Europea tiene una gran relevancia para el futuro de nuestro deporte y nos da la razón al resolver que en el actual status quo del fútbol europeo existe una situación de monopolio incompatible con los principios del derecho europeo, como hemos sostenido durante mucho tiempo. En fin, consideramos que a partir de ahora se abre una oportunidad histórica para tratar de solucionar algunos de los graves problemas que hoy comprometen la futura viabilidad de la gran mayoría de los clubes. En este sentido, el FC Barcelona intentará impulsar fórmulas innovadoras para mejorar las competiciones europeas actuales en un formato abierto y plenamente meritocrático, haciendo el fútbol más sostenible para los propios clubes, mucho más solidario con el fútbol modesto, más atractivo e incluso más asequible para los aficionados de todo el mundo. Esta propuesta, insisto, llega para mejorar el conjunto del fútbol europeo, tanto masculino como femenino. La posición del Barça en la cuestión de un nuevo formato de Liga Europea no pretende ir en absoluto, en contra de la Liga Española, ni contra las ligas nacionales en general. Al contrario, con una mejor competición europea y con más recursos para los clubes, las ligas nacionales serán más equilibradas y competidas. Lo que queremos, y así trabajaremos, es establecer un diálogo abierto y constructivo con el objetivo de que se generen sinergias positivas entre todas las partes.
Sports development company A22, which was formed to assist with creating the ESL, had claimed UEFA and global soccer governing body FIFA held a monopoly position which was in breach of the European Union's competition and free movement law. We have won the right to compete. The UEFA monopoly is over. Football is free, said A22 CEO Bernd Rijkaard. Clubs are now free from the threat of sanction and free to determine their own futures, Rijkaard added in a statement.
Indeed, there is big news today. And that news is that football is free. Free from the monopoly of UEFA, free to pursue the best ideas without fear of sanctions, and under our proposal, free viewing of all live matches. This morning, the European Court of Justice ended UEFA's near 70-year monopoly by determining that FIFA and UEFA's rules on prior approval of interclub competitions are contrary to European Union law. They have also determined that FIFA and UEFA rules making any new interclub project subject to their prior approval and prohibiting clubs and players from those playing those competitions, that they are also unlawful. The court has effectively opened the door to innovation in football, and clubs can now openly discuss and consider proposals to address the sport's most pressing issues. The cornerstone of our proposal remain the 10 principles which we published last February. Critically, a couple of those principles are worth repeating. Participation will be based on sporting merit, there will be no permanent members, and clubs will remain committed to their domestic leagues. A22 proposes to create Unify, a direct-to-fan streaming platform which would be the place that fans turn to enjoy their passion for football, to connect with their clubs and favorite players, to find the latest news, and most importantly, to view live matches for free. This concept applies equally to both the men's and the women's game, with the women's games and the women's matches given the same visibility and accessibility as the men's. This is a critical boost women's football needs to continue to grow and to develop. It will lead to fantastically exciting matches throughout the entire year, not just part of the year. A league system with just 14 matches means that absolutely every match counts. Clubs that almost never play each other will now compete regularly on the European stage and generating even a greater rivalry. At the same time, there is mobility between the leagues with promotion and relegation, and with an ongoing strong connections to domestic leagues. And finally, there would be an incredible season-end knockout stage. We think this proposal is fan-centric, it's exciting, and it's capable of achieving what is, admittedly, a very ambitious goal.
A22 wants to create the world's most exciting club football competition. Our proposal aims to ensure competitive tension throughout the year. It's an open system featuring promotion and relegation and 2 stages, a league stage and a knockout stage. The European Men's Super League will have 64 participating clubs, divided into 3 leagues: Star, Gold and Blue. The Star League consists of 16 clubs divided into 2 groups of 8. It's the same for the Gold League, 16 clubs, 2 groups of 8. The Blue League will have 32 clubs split into 4 groups of 8. During the league stage, clubs play each other within their groups, home and away. That's 14 matches per club each season, 7 at home, 7 away. The top 4 clubs in each group of the Star and Gold Leagues and the top 2 clubs in each group of the Blue League will qualify for the knockout round, starting with the quarter-final. The quarter and semi-final consist of a 2-legged knockout round, home and away. The final will be played on neutral ground. The knockout round finals winners will be the Blue League, Gold League, and Star League champions. Our proposal is built around sporting merit. Promotion, relegation, and exit from the competition happen each season. The club finishing at the bottom of each group of the Star League will be relegated and replaced by the 2 Gold League finalists. The same system applies in the Gold League. The last club of each group will be relegated and replaced by Blue League finalists. In the Blue League, 20 out of the 32 clubs will leave the competition altogether and be replaced by clubs depending on their domestic league performance. This system ensures mobility within and across leagues. And as matches will be played midweek, this format is completely compatible with domestic leagues. This proposed format for football will guarantee openness, competitive tension, and success based on sporting merit. It is one competition for all clubs, all players, and all fans. Our proposal will double the amount of showcased European women's football clubs and unite them into a single competition. The European Women's Super League boasts 32 clubs, divided into 2 leagues, Star and Gold. The Star League consists of 16 clubs divided into 2 groups of 8. It's the same for the Gold League. 16 clubs, 2 groups of 8. During the league stage, clubs play each other within their groups, home and away. That's 14 matches per club each season. 7 at home, 7 away. The top 4 clubs in each group of the Star and Gold Leagues will qualify for the knockout round, starting with the quarter-final. The quarter and semi-final consists of a 2-legged knockout round, home and away. The final will be played on neutral ground. The knockout round finals winners will be the Gold League and Star League champions. In the Star League, 2 clubs will be relegated and replaced by the 2 Gold League finalists. In the Gold League, 4 clubs will exit the competition and be replaced by other clubs depending on their domestic league performance. This system ensures mobility within and across leagues. And as matches will be played midweek, this format is completely compatible with domestic leagues. This proposed format will guarantee openness, competitive tension, and a new era for women's club football. It is one competition for all clubs, all players, and all fans.
UEFA said the ruling did not signify an endorsement or validation of the Super League and that it had addressed a shortfall which had been highlighted in its own framework. UEFA is confident in the robustness of its new rules, and specifically that they comply with all relevant European laws and regulations, it added in a statement. FIFA did not immediately respond to a request for comment. The court's ruling said FIFA and UEFA must comply with the competition rules and respect the freedoms of movement, adding that their rules on approval, control and sanctions amounted to unjustified restrictions on the freedom to provide services. That does not mean that a competition such as the Super League project must necessarily be approved. The court, having been asked generally about the FIFA and UEFA rules, does not rule on that specific project in its judgment, it concluded. After the collapse of the ESL plan, just 3 clubs were left as holdouts, but Juve opted to pull out earlier this year after its former chairman Andrea Agnelli, one of the figures behind the project, and its board resigned in November 2022. Real and Barca still hoped to go ahead with the competition, and the ESL took its case to a Spanish court, which subsequently sought guidance from the Luxembourg-based European Court.